Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video, brand new episode of What's in the Poundland bin. Oh yes baby, let's dig down deep and let's find out what lovely Blu-ray goodness we're going to dig out today. Oh yes, let's do it. Hello, Poundland bin. Oh, blimey, that could do with a hoover down there. What have you been up to, Artu? Anyway, oh my God, the whole floor could do with a hoover. What's going on? Must be off my socks. Hello, Poundland bin. How the devil are you? Are you ready for another action-packed adventure of What's in the Poundland bin? No. Well, tough shit, because we're going to do it anyway. Are you ready, folks? Here we go. Okie dokie, right, let's dig down deep. I'm going to go right down the bottom like we always do. What's this? Am I going to... Oh, what's that? Should I get that? Oh. I don't know. Shall I go for a sealed one or shall I go for an open one? I don't know. So much in here. Let's go for that one. Right, okay, so I've dug something out. I have no idea what it is. It hasn't got any wrapping on it, but I really don't know. Anyway, let's have a look, see what we've got. It's backwards. It says, fantastic, a feel-good fun movie. Halloween? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is my sort of thing. Meg Ryan, Annette Bening, Eva Mendes, Deborah Messing and Jada Pinkett Smith. Carrie Fisher, Cloris Leachman, Debbie Mazar, Bette Midler, Candice Bergman. Bloody hell, that's a hell of a cast. It's called The Women. What you do when you get in a swimming pool, you go women. I really don't know if this is going to be my sort of thing. I'm not a rom-com type of person, but we'll give it a go. A feel-good fun movie. Who knows? Anyway, it's a 12 certificate, so it's not going to be too raunchy. It says, glossy and glamorous, the most entertaining women's film since Sex in the City. Oh, shit. I never watched Sex in the City, and I don't think that's my sort of thing. Okay, well, we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so there we go. So we don't have to take any wrapping off. Yeah, that looks very Sex in the City, doesn't it? Anyway, let's take it off its hub. Get off. Bit of dust, but that looks okay. Right, okay. Yes, that's my damaged Indiana Jones still, but guess what? I've got a brand new one. Hooray! Okie dokie. Open up the old player. In you go. Yep. Okie dokie. Oh. Be More Yoda. No, we don't want Be More Yoda. No, we've got Be More Vader. Yes, a new book. Okie dokie, let's get into it. Well, okay, so I don't need to bother about looking up what page I'm on because we haven't started it yet. So yes, it was either this, Be More Leia or Be More Lando for now. I don't know if there's a Be More Jar Jar, but that would be an interesting one, yes. Anyway, let's open it up and let's find out. Have we got a... What have we got in the first page? Oh, look at that. What kind of lovely picture of Vader. Oh, that'd make a great poster. That'd make a fabulous poster. Yes, Be More Vader. Okay, so we've got contents. Right, okay, so let's start out opposite the contents page. So what have we got? Oh, get your pages right, Paul. Okay, so we have the dark path to success. You might be an apprentice, but you can master your own career. You just need drive, ambition, and connections. Climbing the corporate ladder is not that different from rising through the ranks of the empire. Early mentoring will help you make your mark, whether it's seizing the initiative on a major project or hunting down rebellious Jedi. Developing a reputation as a ruthlessly efficient problem solver will fuel your progress until you replace your mentor and assume the mantle of leadership. Be More Vader provides essential advice to help you succeed at work. It will enable you to follow in the footsteps of the Dark Lord of the Sith, even if you don't possess the power of the dark side. Yes, fan-bloody-tastic. So there we go. Actually, that was just the introduction. We better move on to the actual page. Yeah, there's a picture of Anakin there as Darth Vader. Okay, so the actual first page then is starting out. Yeah, success in the workplace has more to do with attitude than background. It shouldn't matter if your father is a Jedi or if you grew up on a backwater planet, like most of us. Success ultimately depends on your ambition, resolve, and killer business instincts. Master these skills at the outset of your career and you won't be an apprentice for long. Fantastic. There we go then. So that's starting out. I am going to fold the page because you know me, I always end up missing the pages. So there we go. That is Be More Vader. So done. Let's move on to the film. I have no idea what to expect. There's going to be a lot of women. There's going to be a lot of lovey-dovey. There's going to be a lot of backstabbing. And I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun. Who knows? We can only try it. So let's watch the women. Oh, yes, baby.
2 hours later.
Okay, so the women. Yes, lots of people in this. Lots of famous women in this. Some had more screen time than others. Yeah, this is actually a remake of a 1939 film, and I believe it's on Broadway as well. Directed by Diane English, and as you can see, it stars a whole host of people. The main actress in the film is Meg Ryan there, who plays a character called Mary Haynes, who's this fashion designer, and she discovers that her husband Stephen, he's having an affair with someone from Saks, a department store in New York, who's on the kind of like the perfume counter. So it's all about the women, all about her friends, her daughter, the family, her mother, and it's a women's kind of like camaraderie. They all come together. They all have their own family problems. Let's go through a few of them. Annette Bening, who's her best friend. She works for like a fashion magazine. We have Eva Mendes on the side there. She's actually the other woman that's involved in with Meg Ryan's husband. We have Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. She's kind of just like a friend. She's had loads of daughters, but she's trying to get pregnant to have a son finally. We also have Jada Pinkett Smith, who's actually really funny. She's really funny in this. She plays a lesbian and she's got some really good one-liners. I will talk a little bit about the end at the moment because she kind of really came to life there. We also have Carrie Fisher, who we only see her briefly for about 5 minutes at the gym. Cloris Leachman, who plays the house, the maid that looks after the maid, you know, looks after the house, does all the chores and gets all the shopping and all that kind of stuff. Debbie Mazar, or Mazar, however you pronounce her name. She was in it bits here and there. She was the nail painting. Oh, what do you call it? I can't remember what you call it. The nail painting. We have Bette Midler, who was in it for a little bit. She didn't have much to do. And Candice Bergman, who played Meg Ryan's mum. She was really good. But I always liked her. She was absolutely fantastic in Boston Legal, I think it was. She was fantastic in Boston Legal. It's one of the greatest legal comedy dramas. So with William Shatner and James Spader. So if you haven't watched Boston Legal and you're a fan of Ally McBeal, you should definitely watch Boston Legal. So yeah, this was a nice, heartwarming little tale. It was all about friendship, all about the women's problems, how to deal with revenge, what happens when they split up from their husband, confronting the other woman. And it's all that sort of thing that you would expect in kind of like Sex and the City type of episodes, or, you know, kind of movie. I kind of feel that it kind of did feel maybe like a Sex and the City movie. But it wasn't crap. It wasn't boring. It was entertaining. It had some good moments, some funny moments. The dialogue was good. So far as locations, I mean, we get a department store and we basically get a big house, you know, with lots of rooms, a big kitchen, and a few offices. So there's nothing extraordinary. There's some good use of the colour palettes. Some far as fashion, you know, reds and greens and stuff like that. The last 5 minutes was really funny. Deborah Messing's character was finally giving birth again, and Jada Pinkett Smith was hilarious as trying to guide her, to help her to get through this pregnancy. And the whole Deborah Messing screaming thing, I laughed out loud. I thought it was really funny. And it was probably the funniest actual, you know, scene through the whole film. So yeah, I can't say that I hated it. I can't say that I hated it. Whether or not I actually ever watch it again, it's probably one of those one-time watches to say, yeah, I've done it. I had fun. I enjoyed it. But I don't know if it's going to be something that I'm ever going to keep in the collection. Picture quality was pretty good. There was a minimal line of grain through the film. Nothing outstanding, but having said that, you know, it's all set around fashion, so there were some good bright colours in, like red dresses and some good cinematography of maybe some street scenes. The actual sound was, I believe it's DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. Nothing really extraordinary about the sound at all. It was just a bog standard sound. I didn't really pick anything up from the surrounds. I don't think it's that kind of film where the surrounds would come into their own, but the fronts were good. There's a good use of music in the film, and the dialogue was crisp and clear. So yeah, it was perfectly fine. But as a film itself, the women, how would I rate the women on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. It wasn't a brilliant film. It was a good film, but it's probably not something that I'm gonna sit down and watch again. No, you know, it would be very predictable. You would know what's going on, and I don't think it would hold too much longevity on a second watch. So there we go. So that is The Women. Do I keep it? Do I put it in the recycling bin? Let's find out. Well, there's the recycling bin, all empty. And I think, yeah, I'll put it in there. As I said, it's really a one-time watch for me. It's probably not something that I'm going to keep in the collection next to me Alien versus Predators, my Marvel collection, my Star Wars. Like I say, I'm not a really big rom-com kind of person, but I did enjoy it for the most part. But I can't see myself watching it anytime soon again. If I do want to watch it, I'll probably just watch it on streaming on Netflix or something like that. So there we go. So that is my review for The Women. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What's in the Poundland Bin. There will be another episode coming very soon. So like the video if you did like it. Give the old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. And I'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye bye.